Coming up on This Week in Torrance, Fire Station 1 has a new addition that will help residents know about weather conditions before an emergency hits. And the City's Social Services Commission is kicking off a drive to help students who need it the most in our community. Plus, the community came out on Independence Day to support future firefighters. And a local brewery is closing its doors, but another business is taking over the space. We'll have details. These stories and much more just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. My co-anchor Jin Chun has the week off. Thanks so much for joining us. Here are your top stories. The City of Torrance receives one of the highest recognitions for being eco-friendly by the government. City staff from the Building Safety and Community Development Department presented the official Solsmart Gold Designation and Special Recognition Award to Torrance. The honor is a national designation system funded by the United States Department of Energy, recognizing communities that have taken steps to address local barriers such as implementation and installation of solar energy systems. Torrance received a gold recognition based on points for its basic permitting and planning programs for solar, as well as an additional 200 points for achievement in the special areas of solar photovoltaic, which is the use of solar panels. Over the past 2 years, Torrance residents have made solar installations that have reduced more than 55 tons of greenhouse gases. The Solsmart Gold plaque will be placed at the city's one-stop permit center. Well, the City of Torrance continues to ban on-demand mobility devices. City Council unanimously approved to extend the moratorium on the issuance of business licenses, permits, or anything related to the use of shared on-demand mobility systems in the City of Torrance, such as dockless bikes and scooters. The urgency ordinance was adopted for another 12 months, where the city will continue to look at current legal cases and see how the industry evolves before deciding what to do. The city has been partnering up with the South Bay City's Bike Scooter Working Group to come up with a plan that would have appropriate requirements and regulations for these businesses to operate safely within the city. The urgency ordinance was necessary to make sure these businesses don't deliver their products without proper regulation. There are no cities in the South Bay that have implemented a pilot project for shared mobility devices. A local technology company installs one of its products to make sure the community is prepared for weather-related emergencies. Intellisense Systems, Inc. staff installed its micro-weather sensor at Fire Station 1 in Torrance. Intellisense is a local business that is leading the market with reliable, low-cost, low-power sensor technologies that provide real-time notification to emergency responders. They design, develop, and manufacture solutions that sense, transmit, process, and display information. City of Torrance Emergency Services Manager Jeffrey Snoddy was there and says the sensor on top of the station will allow Torrance residents to access weather data related to their own well-being, so they are safe and prepared for any type of emergency.
For instance, Santa Ana weather, winds, heavy rainfall, that can be directly related to the areas that they actually live, since the City of Torrance Fire Station 1 is in the middle of Torrance. Prior to that, we had to rely on, as far as publicly accessible weather stations, as LAX and things like that.
Our relationship with Torrance, with the City of Torrance, has been an ongoing experience. It's been over the year now. We've coordinated earlier with our aware flood sensor, which is a flash flood sensor that we set up in the City of Torrance itself. And currently now we're set up a micro weather sensor itself. So we're looking for continual cooperation between ourselves and the community to bring better environmental sensing of the community and the environment itself.
The micro-weather sensors are solar-powered and GPS-enabled. It measures temperature. The micro-weather sensors are solar-powered and GPS-enabled. It measures temperature, winds, pressure, lightning, cloud heights, and visibility for 6 miles. It also has the ability to provide a 360 panoramic image for eyes on the ground observation. The weather sensor is real-time and can be used for ground and air operations, including incident meteorology. This has been an ongoing partnership with the city as Intellisense first installed flood sensors. The company employs 130 in the city. To stay updated with information on emergencies in the city, sign up for Torrance Alerts, the city's early warning notification system. Well, the Torrance Fire Department flipped pancakes, offering a delicious breakfast to the community on Independence Day. Explorer Post 343 showed off some of their equipment to attendees. It was a morning full of fun as people came out to support the second annual 4th of July Pancake Breakfast at Fire Station 1. The event is one of the largest fundraisers to support the Explorer Post training at El Camino Fire Academy, purchase helmets and protective gear for the Explorers, and assist them with community projects.
So I'd love to be nothing more than to be a firefighter. About 5 years ago, this was my dream, and this Explorer Post has really opened my eyes to what it's about and what I hope to aspire to be.
Very well supported with our event here today, so it's a wonderful opportunity to work for the City of Torrance and start off your 4th of July.
It's great turnout. I like to see all the families here supporting the Explorers and the future firefighters.
The Fire Explorer Post program allowed young men and women to explore the fire field with hands-on experience. They participate in non-hazardous activities that will familiarize them with the nature and demands of the fire service. They also participate in community-based activities and train in career, character service, life skills, and leadership. This year, $2,500 was raised. A historic landmark that has kept the German heritage alive in Los Angeles County for more than half a century is up for sale. Alpine Village is located a few blocks east of Torrance in a section of unincorporated Los Angeles County. It's been a place for thousands of people to attend Oktoberfest celebrations while also enjoying its market known for its award-winning sausages and its Alpine Village restaurant. It was created in 1968 to depict a European village to celebrate the German culture. According to the Los Angeles Conservancy, an organization that makes sure historic places survive and thrive, the village is for sale and could potentially face demolition. We reached out to the staff at Alpine Village and are awaiting to hear back. The village has many fun events set for the summertime. As a local family mourns the loss of their son, the community is rallying to support them during this difficult time. We have covered numerous stories capturing Torrance resident Cody Esphorst's story of survival as he faced a rare syndrome and survived cancer twice. But on July 4th, he lost that battle at 17 years old. There is a GoFundMe page set up to help with funeral costs and to assist the family. Just 2 years ago, the Esphorsts also lost their 16-year-old son, Jesse Esphorst Jr., who was a South High baseball star in a tragic car accident. To donate, you can head to GoFundMe.com and search Cody Esphorst. Cody's services will take place in the coming week. Well, I'm going to dedicate this story to my brother because he loves goat stories. If you've seen goats munching on weeds in the city of Torrance, well, they will be leaving soon. That's right, the goats have been taking care of business since June by clearing up 4 areas. Every year, staff brings a contractor for weed abatement to help the city stay environmentally friendly while being cost-effective and efficient. A contractor from Fire Grazers, Inc. brought in nearly 200 goats to cover nearly 15 acres. They started their work in June and covered the Walterior Reservoir between Crenshaw and Rolling Hills Road, Bluff Avenue property, Via Corona Hillside, and Elm Avenue water property. The herd completes a job in a single day that would take 2 or 3 times as long with the landscaping crew. They are natural mountaineers and can easily clear areas that are difficult to access, and the organic compost they leave behind also works to repair the soil. A good goat story. Well, the City of Torrance Social Services Commission is taking steps to make sure local students have what they need before they head back to school. The Commission is working with the Torrance Unified School District's Building Bridges program to collect new school supplies for students who are experiencing homelessness. The drive kicks off on July 15th and runs through August 2nd. There will be collection bins located at City Hall, all city libraries, Human Resources Building, Torrance Police Department, and Fire Station 1. On the wish list, you can find calculators, pencils, pens, notebooks, binder highlighters, crayons, and erasers, to name a few. All new or gently used books, dictionaries, thesauruses, or test prep workbooks for K through 12 will also be accepted. To learn more about what you can donate, go to torranceca.gov/helpothers. Well, the Torrance Rose Float Association's largest fundraiser is around the corner. You can purchase tickets right now for the 4th annual Luau Party that will take place this year for the first time at the Torrance Women's Club. It's on Saturday, July 27th, and will have a 3-course dinner, auction items, a Hawaiian show, and much more. The proceeds will benefit the city's 2020 parade float. There are several other ways you can support the float, including becoming an association member to help with decorating, donating, or even becoming part of the board. The parade theme this year is the power of hope, and the Torrance Rose Float is called Our Garden of Hope and Dreams. There's only one seat left to purchase on the Torrance Rose Float for the big day. Head to torrancerosefloat.org for tickets. Well, still ahead, thousands of spectators saw the skies light up right here in Torrance for Independence Day. Plus, are you ready for the big one? We have tips from experts on how to be prepared.
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. Or maybe even here.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay if they seem down.
It doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
All G?
You all right, girl? You cool?
You bug and dog.
Just show you're there for them.
Go on, Kelly. Seize the awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
The city of Torrance continued its long-standing tradition of hosting a fireworks show to help the community celebrate the 4th of July. Thousands gathered near City Hall to witness the impressive display of pyrotechnics. Torrance CitiCABLE reporter Colleen Farrell brings us the highlights.
The city of Torrance made it convenient to celebrate a traditional 4th of July, minus the headache of big crowds, expensive admission tickets, and freeway traffic. Those wanting the best view possible packed up their barbecues, blankets, and beach chairs and settled in at the LA County Courthouse parking lot on Maple Avenue. Bleacher seating was available for early arrivals. Others made themselves at home at the nearby Toyota Sports Complex.
It's amazing. There's plenty of parking, plenty of places to sit and watch the fireworks, and the view looks like it's going to be perfect.
We're just hanging out and waiting for big explosions and lots of colors in the sky.
So this is our 4th year that we've been doing it. Great reception by the community. They can watch the fireworks from their front lawns or their backyards, have a barbecue all day, or meander over here in the evening for our 9 o'clock show. And it's a tradition in America to have fireworks on the 4th of July. Now a tradition again back in Torrance.
People came out in droves from around the South Bay to experience tonight's presentation, and for a variety of reasons. But there was one common thread: patriotism.
And this is a time of year that is a reason to celebrate America's freedom.
And for military, the celebration had deeper meaning.
I think it means a little bit more to us because of the time and the effort that we put into it, and we do it for everybody else. You know, that freedom doesn't come for free.
And when it was finally showtime, all spectators, young, old, and somewhere in between, couldn't take their eyes off the 30-minute show. Colleen Farrell for This Week in Torrance.
Thank you, Colleen. An estimated 2,000 people turned out to watch the city's 4th of July fireworks show this year, including people who took a spot at Rocket Ship Park. Well, the Volunteer Center, South Bay Harbor, Long Beach, recently honored 5 local high school seniors: Jasmine Cuevas, Carla Diego, Erica Morales, Janica Nettle Salazar, and Juliana Pelayo were celebrated as they received the Durfee Family Scholarships. The scholarship committee reviewed applications from dozens of college-bound students, but recipients were selected based on their academic accomplishments, volunteer work, and maintaining a positive attitude while overcoming adversity. The Durfee Scholarships were established in 1988 to assist graduating students with the cost of going to college for the first year. The late Eve Durfee was a longtime supporter and member of the Volunteer Center's Board of Directors. Each student was honored at the Heart to Heart Gala. A local Girl Scout is helping seniors in the community become more tech savvy. Amanda King, who is also a senior program volunteer, created an 8-week program called Tech for Seniors at the Bartlett Senior Center. Now through August 12th, you can stop by on Mondays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to learn how to make your smartphone be really smart. Kane created the program for her Gold Award Scout project and is designed to teach those who didn't grow up with technology more about how to use their smartphone. The 2-hour class covers different topics such as how to use your cell phone, social media use, and recently attendees learned how to use the App Store, notes, weather maps, and health. So far, the workshop has been well attended. The event is located on the second floor dining room. Well, a local organization had some professional athletes make a visit to their office recently. The Los Angeles Kings prospects Sean Dursey, Jared Anderson-Dolan, and Alex Turcotte hung out with the kids. They brought mini hockey sticks and helped the kids shoot balls. The Kings mascot also stopped by for some photo ops. PTN provides services for children with special needs, medical concerns, and those with developmental disabilities. The organization started in 1996 and since then annually has committed more than 150,000 hours of innovative programs and services to 2,500 children. Staff says that with 1 in 6 children diagnosed with a developmental disability, the ability to provide these crucial services is at the heart of their mission. When Yorkshire Square Brewery opened 2 years ago in Old Torrance, it distinguished itself as the only brewery in California to offer British cask-aged ales. It's now celebrating its 2nd anniversary with a new and equally British offering. Authentic pub food with a twist. Colleen Farrell reports from Old Torrance.
And this is just putting a huge amount of air into the beer, giving it that body.
Yorkshire Square Brewery owner Gary Croft is an agent of change when it comes to Southern California's craft brew scene. 2 years ago, this British expat left his 35-year career in the pharmaceutical industry to open the first brewery in the state and the second in the country to produce British cask-aged ales.
I think more than anything else, it was a part of growing up in Britain. I wanted to see if we could do it really well here in the United States, and I think we have.
The secret in creating a genuine cask ale lies in its low alcohol and carbonation content. It's this that generates its bold, smooth taste.
We can end up with a beer that is sub 5%, which means, it's a sessionable beer. It's a beer that you can drink a couple of and maybe even go for a third one, whereas bigger beer, you're one and done or two and done. So you can get a lower alcohol beer with a huge taste.
With the beers in a good place, Croft is now ready for phase 2 of his dream, serving food with his ales. He hires chef Bruno Wu, formerly with the famed Katsuya restaurant group, to bring it to fruition, opening Snap Tim Eatery inside the brewery. It offers a traditional British pub menu with a California twist, reflecting a culinary renaissance now happening in Europe.
We're doing a lot of things with some avocado and greens, and we're trying pickled vegetables as well, so we're trying to lighten the palate a little bit as well.
But if it's the classics you're after, you won't be disappointed. The menu offers bangers and mash, Scotch eggs, and shepherd's pie, all with a slight update, such as the fish and chips flight.
We're dipping the same piece of Pacific cod into 3 different beer batters, so we're able to showcase 3 different beers that are brewed here right at Yorkshire Square in our food as well. And we're trying to incorporate a lot of the beer into the menu as well.
Chef Wu also takes special care to ensure the menu pairs well with each of Croft's carefully crafted ales, all creating that beer-food synergy Croft is after. Mission accomplished. For Torrance City Cable, I'm Colleen Farrell.
Thanks, Colleen. The beer community is taking notice of Yorkshire Square Brewery. It recently took home a gold medal at the Los Angeles International Beer Competition, and Beer Advocate magazine named it one of the 3 best new breweries in America. For more information and taproom hours, visit YorkshireSquareBrewery.com. Well, a local brewery is closing its doors, but there is some good news. Owner Bill Baker says that Zamergi's Brew Works and Tasting Room will close on July 31st, and Smog City Brewery will be taking over the location. Smog City has plans to remodel and open by early September with a new design and will be called Smog City West. There will be 16 taps, a new bar and lounge area. Zamergi is located on Hawthorne Boulevard and is considered a nano brewery, making quality beer in small batches. They also gave customers an opportunity to craft their own brewery through a DIY experience. In a Facebook post, Baker wrote he hopes people will come out to visit through the end of the month and is excited for the new adventure by Smog City. A local company launches a one-of-a-kind artificial intelligence tool to help businesses. BQE Software, Inc. released its Core Intelligence and Artificial Intelligence tool that allows users to have human-like conversations with their business software to gain actionable insights about their company and perform work-related tasks. BQE is the first company in the project management and accounting software industry to release this type of product that goes beyond being a voice input and functions as an intelligent business analyst. It looks into a company's data to make contextual connections that provide additional insights related to the question asked. Core users can access Core Intelligence through any of their smart devices connected to Google Assistant. Officials from BQE say the goal is to provide a better business experience with less administrative work. The product is available to all current Core customers. BQE develops innovative business management software for professional service firms. Are you prepared for the big one? With 2 recent earthquakes shaking it up here in Southern California, seismologists are encouraging people to be prepared. The recent earthquakes were 6.4 and 7.1 in magnitude, both of which were near Ridgecrest, California. The state is considered to be one of the 3 high-risk areas by the Department of Homeland Security. Here are some steps you can take to protect yourself. First, make sure your home safety is a priority. Secure objects that might fall. Collect critical documents such as identification, legal, and medical files. Secondly, put together an emergency supply kit that should last you at least 3 days. This should include water, food, flashlight, medication, sanitation supplies, backup power, clothing, blankets, whistle, and cash, to name a few. The American Red Cross suggests people have a plan when there is an emergency on how to evacuate, keeping in mind a plan for your pets as well. Now, when an earthquake hits, drop, cover, and hold on. Protect your head and torso. Stay indoors until the shaking stops. And when you leave, make sure it's safe. If you are in a car, pull over to a clear location and stop. To find out more information, go to redcross.org and/or FEMA.gov. And before we go, here are some events you won't want to miss. On Thursday, July 18th from 5 to 8 p.m., the Torrance Historic Society is putting on its 15th annual Rock Around the Block celebration. Come out to enjoy the 1950s-style summer event in honor of Torrance's All-America City Award. The free event will have an In-N-Out Burger wagon truck, vintage cars, and displays, and fun for everyone. Then the Katie Geisert Civic Center Library is hosting a chocolate event to satisfy your sweet tooth. You're invited to come out to learn about beans, nibs, winnowing, roasting, and chocolate from around the world. Registration is required. Call 310-781-7599. Then Shakespeare by the Sea will return to the city of Torrance, featuring Henry V on Friday, July 26th at Wilson Park. You can bring your loved ones with lawn chairs, blankets, and picnic basket to enjoy the free event. For more information, head to shakespearebythesea.org. Well, that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.